Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a get ready with me for a photo shoot. I'm also going to let you guys in on some of the details for my upcoming Lululemon event. Let's just jump right into it. I got these for Christmas. They are the Jeffree Star makeup sponges and I love it. I love that it has this side to it, so it helps with kind of the contouring. And then they're just like, I don't know, they're really good quality sponges that I feel like put on really nice, even makeup. Highly recommend. I got them from my sister for Christmas, so shout out to her. Okay, so since we're doing a photo shoot, I'm going to start with the primer. Okay, as a reminder, this is the Tarte Poreless Primer. It's really light, but it works really well. It's the mattifying one too. And it really brings down the shine of your face. So when you're going into a photo shoot, it's really important to take that shine off, look as matte as possible, so that you don't catch the light in those areas. Specifically here, like here can catch a lot of light, here. My first event with Lululemon, and I'm so excited for it. It's going to be like a sweat and development event is what we're calling it. And just kind of a little backstory on my whole thing with Lululemon is this year and next year I'll be an ambassador for Lululemon, specifically our one located here in Coralville, Iowa. When we first sat down and met, we wanted to talk about, you know, what my goals were and how they could help. And everything is community based, so kind of bringing in the community together and achieving goals as one, basically. And so I had been wanting to have kind of a developmental event. And obviously it was very vague, very general, and I hadn't really had the time or had the resources to put it together. And so when I brought that to them, they were like, yeah, absolutely. That goes perfectly in line with what we want to do and what we like to do with our ambassadors. That's kind of how that happened. So it will be an event with myself and another ambassador. Her name is Katie Dennison, and she is fantastic. She does CrossFit and she actually competes in CrossFit competitions. She's going to be leading the sweat portion of it, then I'm going to be leading the developmental portion that comes after that. Also, this is the foundation that I was using. This is Tarte Amazonian Clay, and I use Medium Tan Honey. That's 36H, and I get it at Ulta. Next thing I'm gonna do is just do my concealer. So a little more on the event. It's taking place on January 19th, which is a Sunday, and it's 9:30 to 11. It's going to be, if you're in the area, it's in the old Lululemon building that's in the Iowa River Landing. Also, I like to put this concealer onto my eyelids as well as kind of a primer. And the first portion is gonna be the sweat. So the workout that Katie's leading, it's gonna be kind of going at your own pace. And we'll do the discussion part afterward with me. And I just wanna talk about kind of paving your own way. You know, not going the traditional route in your job or your career or in your life is okay. And kind of how to come to terms with it being okay and it not being scary, like my face is right now. It's more of a freeing feeling. And then also, I want to start kind of an ongoing discussion about social media and about specifically the comparison culture. Those kind of things where you're constantly comparing yourself to other people and the toxicity of that, and kind of how to pull yourself out of that and realize that everybody goes their own direction and it's okay. And not only is it okay, but it's amazing and it's the ultimate freedom. A lot of things wrapped into this discussion, but we're gonna touch all of it with literally a 15-minute talk. This is the Shape Tape, and then this is 20B. It's the shade Light, and I got that at Ulta as well. Kind of going back to makeup for photo shoots, I do under here. What was that? Okay, next I'm going to, our fire alarm says that it has low battery, so it's beeping every once in a while. Can't. So talking a little bit more about makeup for photo shoots, I always kind of do a little more contour than I normally would, but on top of that, I also make sure that it's more blended, just being extra careful that you don't have any harsh lines, because especially if a photographer is using a flash or a natural light, you're definitely gonna be able to see that harsh line. Other thing too, making sure that your foundation is pulled all the way down onto your neck so that everything is blending together really well. Okay, next I'm gonna do my powder. This is the Too Faced Primed Poreless Powder. I just use it as kind of like a powder to go over my contour. Like I mentioned before, this really helps kind of eliminate the shiny spots in your face if you have a naturally oily face. And I think it just helps kind of mattify your face for photos. The next part, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to use this little teeny tiny brown pencil that I'm gonna use it until it's completely down, like to the end, because I really like the color and I have absolutely no idea what it is. So as I was in the middle of doing my eyebrows, I got a phone call and then just kept doing them, so now they're done. Next, I'm going to start on my eyes, and I'm gonna use this. This is a ColourPop palette. It's called Night Owl, and a friend of mine actually gave it to me a couple months ago, and I use it quite a bit. It's got a ton of really good, like, warm colors. This is what it looks like, and I don't know, it's very me, very neutral, but it's got a lot of good, like, shiny ones in there too. I like this one. I've used that one quite a bit. This one's good for the inner corner, is what I'm gonna use it for. I'll get this small brush, just like this, and I'm gonna use that for the inner corner. And we'll just do this lighter color here. This is called Lil Birdie. So it's a very light color, and I just did that for the inner corner and then drew that out to, you know, like half of my eyelid. So there's that. It's not anything super crazy. I just like to do the lighter colors on the inner corner, especially for photos, because I feel like it brightens my eyes a lot more and just kind of brings a warmth to my face and then makes my eyes pop a little bit. So next I will go in with kind of a slightly bigger brush, and we're just gonna use, this one's called Bel Air. We'll use this one right here, and that's just gonna go on the rest of my eyelid and just blend it into this lighter color that we have in the inner corner. And as we're doing that, talk a little bit more about that Lululemon event. So we'll do the sweat when you first get there. It starts at 9:30. We're doing that workout with Katie Dennison, and she'll take us through that. I think it'll be about a half hour or so. And then after that, we'll have like a 15-minute-ish like break for like juice, some kind of like small appetizer type food. We'll come back and we'll do the like discussion talk type thing where I'll answer your questions and also talk for like 15 minutes about what I talked about at the beginning of this video. And then we're also gonna send you home with some sort of gift. We don't know exactly what that gift is yet. So that is kind of the premise of that event. And now that I've done this lighter tan color and kind of pulled that out on the rest of my eyelid, I'm gonna grab another brush and we'll go outer corner and then into the crease. And I think I'm gonna do this bird brain. That's the one that I said that I liked a lot. It's really sparkly and it has like...
Oh, I just got my fingernail in it.
I just did. Anyway, I really like that color because it has almost like a purpley pinky hue to it, but it's also super warm and pretty neutral. So we'll just use this to go on the outer corner and then into the crease. So it doesn't do a whole lot. It's not super dark, but it just kind of added a little bit of sparkle to my eye. You can see that. I really like the sparkle that just added. I think it looks really nice, but I do want to add a little bit of a darker color that kind of goes with that. And I think I'll do this one. It's called Tweet Tweet is the color. And I'm going to add that just to this outer corner. But I'm gonna do the outer corner up into the crease just slightly, and then I'll also bring it down to my bottom lash line. Now I like to add that darker color out on the outside portion of my eyes and then into the crease because I feel like it makes my eyes look bigger and brightens them up just a little bit, especially for photos. The darker color just makes the whites in your eyes stick out. This is the Almay Multi-Benefit Mascara. It's waterproof, so there's that. Don't have many natural lashes. I'm also gonna add some fake lashes to this. I think fake lashes for photos add a lot. Once again, they make your eyes pop. So I'm gonna go do that really quickly and I'll be back. So I've added the eyelashes, and without eyeliner, they look a little bit crazy and a little bit long, but once we add eyeliner, everything kind of pulls together. I use this MAC Liquid Last Liner, and I use, let's see, Point Black is the color, and I bought this at Ulta. So that's already looking better. All right. So I've done that side. I have not done my mascara on my bottom lashes. We'll just do that really quickly. There we have it. So the eyes are completely done. These lashes are the Ardell Wispies, by the way, and these are this is probably like the second day that I've worn these, maybe the third. So next I will just go in and do my bronzer. And I think bronzer is really important when you're taking any kind of photo, just because I think it helps a lot, obviously with the contours of your face, and helps your cheekbones really stick out. I like to use a little more bronzer than usual if I'm doing on-camera work or going to take photos. And I just do it right underneath my cheekbone here. And you'll just draw that all the way from your hairline and like over by your ear, and then draw that down. We're gonna do the same kind of idea, a little more than usual, up here on the forehead. Blending that all together, and then we'll come down here, go onto the nose. So we're just gonna blend all of that together now. So we'll start here on the chin and just kind of draw it down and down onto the neck as well, so that everything is blending together. And now we'll just kind of blend up into this contoured area, just so we don't, again, have those harsh lines. Start to round out the look with some blush. So I just got this blush not too long ago, actually. This is from ColourPop. It's their Super Shock Cheek Matte stuff. I don't really know what this is. It's not like it's powder. It's not liquid, but it's also like kind of wet. I don't know. It's great though, and it stays on all day. The color that I got is sugar coated, and this is what the color looks like. Just a pretty standard blush. And I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks and then draw it upwards. I just use my finger for this too. And this is just to add a little warmth to the face, to really draw everything together. Up on the nose just a little bit, and then same thing on each side. And I think this really draws everything together, and again, just really warms up your face. And when you smile, really highlights those cheeks. But that is the full look. I would also take my hair down. I hope you liked it. It's pretty natural, it's very warm, but it's also gonna look really, really good in photos. Just one last thing about that Lululemon event. Again, that is on Sunday, January 19th. It's gonna be myself. Katie Dennison is gonna be leading the workout ahead of kind of my talk. And the biggest part of that is there are only 30 spots for this. So you do have to RSVP, it's completely free, but you do have to RSVP for the event. So I will drop the link down in the description, so make sure you click on that. Save yourself a spot. I don't know how many are open right now, and if you have any questions about it, just let me know, drop them in the comments, or find me on Instagram right here. Before I go, of course, gotta add, just the Kylie Jenner Liquid Matte. Just gonna add a little bit. I will see you guys on January 19th. That is Sunday. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun and something you don't wanna miss out on, especially with the new year, as you've got new goals for yourself. So subscribe, come back for more videos, and if you haven't watched my other makeup videos, go back to my channel and watch those too. All right, bye-bye.